We have all heard about Swiss watches. We know that they're expensive, that they're high quality, and that you have to pay quite a lot to own one. But what if I told you that there is a brand with which you have many options, and in my opinion is the best value proposition that the Swiss currently have? In general, the Swiss have faced many challenges lately, but it's not the first time they've been through this. I mean, 50 years ago, the Japanese basically changed the course of the watch market. But what are the challenges that the Swiss are facing right now? First, competition. There has always been very strong competition, but I think it never has been as strong as today. Initially, it was just the Japanese, but today the competition comes from Japan, Germany, Italy, and above all, China. Because we have a very globalized world where the Japanese or the Chinese can provide materials and movements to different brands for the creation of their own pieces. The second challenge that the Swiss have faced is all of the information that can be found on the internet. It used to be widely known that Swiss watches were of very high quality, but now, with all of the information we can find online, people can make comparisons, search for more models, and I think that quality is no longer directly associated with the Swiss when talking about a watch. And number three, and most importantly, prices. As we all know, everything has gone up in price, and I believe that in general, when we talk about Swiss watches, they have become really pricey, and they have become a small luxury that many people cannot afford. But this is where Swatch Group comes in, with its secret weapon, Tissot. Now we all know that Tissot is part of the Swatch Group, but while Hamilton is busy being a star in many movies, and while Longines is concerned with replacing the place left by Omega, and Rado is concerned with occupying the place left by Longines, and while Meadows solves the problem with their TV calibers, we are left with Tissot, which is focused on being one of the best brands in terms of quality and price in the world. Now, being a part of such a large conglomerate as the Swatch Group can be a double-edged sword, but in this case it works perfectly in favor of Tissot. The most important thing that Tissot currently has in its favor is its variety of models in its catalog, its excellent price range, but above all, the quality it delivers. But let's take it step by step. Let's start with the variety of its catalog. Surely, if I mention Tissot, the first thing that comes to your mind is the PRX. And I don't blame you. It's the most popular model they have had in years. But in addition to this watch, we have many options, such as the C-Star, the PRS 516, the PRX. And if you notice from these three main lines of the brand, we have the affordable quartz version and the luxury version, which would be the automatic. And then if you go to the premium version, we have the automatic or mechanical chronograph versions. So within this historical house, we have watches for ladies, watches for gentlemen, sports watches, diving watches, and many options to choose from. But within these options that we have to choose from, we have the best price ranges that we will find on the market, because we have watches ranging from $300, which would be a highly robust, well-built, obviously reliable and accurate quartz model. And then we go to models that are around $800, which are the automatic versions, such as the C-Star, which is a diving watch with an automatic movement and an 80 power reserve. And of course the PRX. And now, if we go to the top line, for around $2,000, $2,500, we have the mechanical PRS 516, which is a beautiful watch if you ask me. And we also have the PRX automatic chronograph. And here's where I say that being a part of the Swatch Group has worked in favor of Tissot. As we said, initially the other brands aimed for the stars, Omega is way up there. Longines is taking the place that Omega has left. But now here comes the interesting part. Rado is raising its prices with their ceramic models. Hamilton is in Hollywood, and Mido, that is very popular here in Mexico. Now, these three brands use the same calibers as Tissot. So if you look at it from a business standpoint, for the Swatch Group as a conglomerate, it is much cheaper to manufacture per piece when you ask for 25 million movements, where the only thing you have to change is a little detail on the rotor to differentiate it between brands, compared to what it would cost to Tissot to manufacture only 5 million movements. Now this helps Tissot to maintain its prices quite reasonable and affordable. But it also helps Tissot from a quality perception point of view, because they share calibers with brands that are much more expensive. Do you understand me? But as we said in the Longines video, Tissot has the advantage that it has a ceiling on its price because it cannot outprice other brands within the Swatch Group. So, with controlled prices, they have to deliver the highest possible quality to their customers. And personally, I believe that among all the entry-level brands in the Swatch Group, Tissot is the one that offers the most value. For example, the chronograph that I have right here, which, yes, it is one of the most expensive pieces Tissot has in its catalog today, but it is a manual wind mechanical chronograph for less than $2,000. It has lume on the bezel, solid bracelet with quick release pins, sapphire crystal. And when you see this watch as a whole, I believe it offers a lot of value. But the great thing here is that if you're not convinced or you want something more affordable but you like the design, you have basically the same watch with a quartz movement that will cost a third of the price. And it's the same with the PRX and the C-Star. I truly believe that it is hard to find right now a Swiss brand with the quality of the Swatch Group that can compete at the same price and quality. But what do you think?